Live, local. This is Fox 12 Now.
Hello everyone, this is Fox 12 Now. I'm Greg Nibbler. As always, we appreciate you joining us. We are live streaming here from the Fox 12 Oregon newsroom, and we do that every weekday, starting around 1 p.m., going throughout the afternoon, covering a wide range of topics and getting to have longer form conversations, and that's what this segment's going to be all about, is with Amanda Beard. Amanda Beard, 7-time Olympic medalist in swimming. I mean, truly incredible in that sport, and now she is going to be in Beaverton this weekend, depending on when you're watching this. If you're watching, it's March 14th right now. She will be here on the 15th, talking to the Emler Swim School. She's actually going to be there talking about swimming safety, particularly for children and for, well, really everybody, but kids in particular for this segment, just to learn about swimming, how to go about that, and the importance of safety. She's got some tips, some tricks. She also talks about what sport she would play if she were to return to the Olympics now, and it's not swimming, so you'll have to wait to find out what that is. But let's go ahead and jump right into it. Here is Amanda Beard on Fox 12 Now.
Oh yeah, I mean, I lived in Washington State for about 10 years. My parents are from Washington State, so that line gets blurry. We cross over it a couple times. So absolutely been to Oregon.
I mean, and I guess I should say it in a more way. Have you been up here recently, have you mostly?
Yeah, it's probably been about 2 years, so decently recent.
Yeah, that's decently recent. Yeah, that
Yeah.
counts. Definitely.
Okay.
Well, and you're going to be coming up here, to talk about this event that's coming up and really safety, which is such a huge thing. I think for you, asking obviously the expert here, I think you've proven that. What do you think are some of the main things that people should be thinking about when it comes to safety for swimming and water in general?
Yeah, well, I think a lot of people don't really think about water and pool safety or ocean or any sort of safety around water until the weather starts to turn, especially if you're talking about places like Oregon, the Pacific Northwest. It's a year-round thing. So as soon as your kiddo is, able and the doctors clear it, I say get them in the pool, find a great swim location like Emler schools. And the sooner you can get them in and exposed to that, the sooner that they're going to become a lot more comfortable in the water. And also as a parent, you start to pick up a lot of tips, and the instructors are really educated as well. So you're not only teaching your child how to swim, but the parents are learning a lot through that process as well.
Right, learning how to negotiate some of those different things that could come up when it comes to the kid, I would imagine.
Yeah, just being aware of those cues, right? Like sometimes we go to a pool and we just we sit, we're all on our screens these days, and being aware of those situations and how quickly they can happen. So being more alert, right? Unfortunately, drowning is very quiet. It's not what people paint it out to be on TV and movies and things like that. So making sure that you have someone that is always paying attention, and an adult. I had a lot of adults too that would come through our swim school that didn't know how to swim. So adults need to learn how to swim as well. So it's never too late to learn. And the more you can educate yourself, learn CPR, all that kind of stuff, just the better it will be.
Yeah, the more tools I guess you would have in your tool belt.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we do that with most anything that we do in life, right? So why not being around water?
Yeah, absolutely. And for what do you think? For somebody who is, I guess it depends on the age of the child. As far as when you're going to be starting. But you said young is good. So really,
Yeah.
if the doctor allows.
Yeah, I mean, I had both of my kids in just about at 4 months. Both of them were able to, I mean, they're little kiddos. So but they never developed a fear of the water. And when I say fear of the water, they had a respect for the water, but they didn't have a fear. So I could take them underwater. We could really advance in our skill progression, which is really important. So the sooner that you get them exposed into those water situations, the less likely they'll develop that fear around the water and being scared to go under and roll onto their back and do their floats. So I'm huge, year-round swimming is so important just for safety reasons, health reasons, and just exercise. Who knows? They might be little Olympic swimmers one day.
Right. Yeah. That could be the next meta.
Yeah.
So what do you think is the number one mistake that people make if they start to get into trouble when they're in the water?
Well, there's a lot of mistakes. And, I think when we get into trouble in any sort of situation, we go into like a very big panic state, right? And that does never helps any situation. So, learning how to stay relaxed, especially for kiddos, you want them to stay relaxed and you want them to learn how to get up to the surface and just roll onto their back so that they're safely floating and kind of can hold that float for a really long time. And then we advance those skills into not just getting into a back float, getting to like an exit point, all of that kind of stuff. But if you can float and get a kiddo to float for, you know, you know, 10, 15, 20, 30 minutes or however long that might be, that's huge. That's really big. And just the is not letting panic set in is huge.
Yeah, yeah, I would, and that's probably for any age, really, if you're getting into.
Oh, absolutely. An adult going in the ocean. We're big surfers, so we go out surfing all the time and we talk about, if you get into a situation that makes you uncomfortable, like the water is powerful and you have to respect it. So one, you have to know what you're doing before you get into it. Assess the situation, know what's going on, and then know like, yeah, if I get into a sticky situation, what do I need to be doing? Right. And it's probably not like your first instinct is like, I'm battling through it. That's usually not a good way to do it.
Yeah. What do you do for that? Like, how do you fight that? Is it just being prepared ahead of time?
Yeah,
Going through the scenario?
absolutely. Yeah. So I think the water looks beautiful, right? It's a hot day. We want to go jump in it, but do we know where our exit points are, right? Do we know what we do in case like there is a situation or like we're in the water, maybe with kiddos that are bigger than us, that are playing rougher than us, and they're pushing you under. What do we do in all those situations? One big thing that I used to do with my kids is every time we went to a different pool location, I will walk the perimeter of the pool with them and show them like, here's a ladder, here's stairs, this is what the wall looks like, right? So that's all different. They get really used to maybe a certain pool that they're used to doing their lessons in or a home pool, and then they get to a new environment and they don't know what to do. So just educating them as much as possible prior to that. And as a parent, get in the water with your kiddos. Get your swim lessons if you don't know how to swim and get in the water and have some fun with those kids.
Yeah, learn at the same time.
Absolutely.
Well, let's talk about that here for what's coming up this weekend too, and just the program that's going to be there. Could you let everybody know what it is that's happening?
Yeah, I'll be in Beaverton, Oregon for an Emler school opening, and it's great. I've partnered with Emler, so I'm very passionate, obviously, about my mission to make sure that everyone has a swim school, a really great swim school, so that they can grow up and learn how to swim and be successful little athletes or just healthy. So I'll be there this Saturday from 4 to 6, and I'll be hanging out with people, signing autographs, taking pictures, just having a really good time and checking out the new facility, giving tours, kind of educating everyone with Emler, their swim lessons, and how they go about everything, their curriculum, answering all the questions. And I'll be there helping answer all the questions too. So we'd love everyone to come out and check it out.
Awesome. So a chance to go out to, meet you and learn all about that and safety and everything that we were just covering right there. I mean, really important stuff. I do have one last question for you. If you could go back and compete in another Olympics, which one would it be?
What, like location?
No,
which sport?
Which sport? Yeah.
Tennis.
Tennis would be it.
Yeah, if you saw me play tennis, though,
so it's not swimming, it's tennis.
Yeah, I would probably stay dry. I've had enough like swimming for a while. Although I still love to swim. Like I still get in the water 3 or 4 times a week. So like I say that, but it's like I think it is such a really cool sport. It's so impressive. I have no dry land. Like I'm like Bambi on dry land. I shouldn't be doing it. So, but that's one like sport that I kind of get jealous of their skills for sure.
That's it, tennis. All right. So
yeah.
Looking forward to that. Well, all right. Well, man, thank you very much, for having some time to talk to us too. I appreciate it. And yeah, really getting the word out here about safety for everybody and just understanding that and what they can be doing to prepare themselves. And it sounds like that's a lot of what it is. It's just being prepared.
Absolutely. Yes. Thank you so much for having me today.
Yeah. Thanks a lot. All right, there we go. Amanda Beard right here on Fox 12 Now. And again, we get to have longer form conversations here as part of the show. You can check out all of our programming on the Fox 12 Oregon app on whatever platform you are on. It's a great place to watch this show and everything else that we do here. And thank you to Amanda Beard for joining us. This is Fox 12 Now. We've got plenty more coming up throughout the afternoon. We've got the Fox 12 Weather Podcast. It's going to be happening around 2 o'clock. If you are watching live, you can check that out there. And we will talk to you later. We've also got a cocktail coming up. And if there's breaking news anytime between 1 p.m. and 4 p.m. on a weekday, this is the place to go. This is where we'll bring you whatever is happening as soon as we know. So just keep that in mind. If you find out that something's going on, this is a place to go check that out. And we'll get you the information as soon as we can. That's it for right now. We'll talk to you soon. I'm Greg Nibbler. This is Fox 12 Now.